Welcome back to the fifth and the final part of my VeggieTales VHS collection. We last left out with VeggieTales Angels Carol. So now let's begin. First up, we have the 2004 Warner TV VHS of a Noodle Seal, aka my mom's favorite VeggieTales episode. Here's the tape. Okay. Printed on April 22nd, 2004. Printed on Earthsea that year. And then we have the One Home Video VHS. This is the last VHS VHS tape ever released from One Home Video. Here's the tape. Printed April 16, 2004. Now it's the One Home Video VHS that we have. Now we're on to the song with the Warner Entertainment tape, starting with Smooth the Opera 2004 Warner Entertainment VHS. Oh, here's the tape. Print this movie from August 1st, 2004. Now I got two copies of the 2004 Sony Warner VHS. This is the first estimate from Sony Warner, by the way. We're starting the plastic level copy, which is my first copy. Here it is. Printed 33rd week of 2004. Here's my second copy, which is a pinker pro plastic level copy. Printed the 50th week of 2004. Moving on to the 2004 Warner TV VHS, a holiday double feature, which consists of the Toys of Christmas that comes first and the Star Christmas, which comes last. Here's the tape. Oh. Printed September 15th, September 11th, 2004. Start with that. For 3 of the 9 versions of Attack on the Twin Towers. And then we have the 2004 Sony Warner VHS. Here's the tape. Printed 30th week of 2004. Moving on to the next Adventures episode, Duke and the Great Pie War. I have two copies of this episode. Let's start my first copy from Warner Entertainment. Here's the tape. Printed on February 1st, 2005. Here's my second copy. Here's the tape. Printed February 2nd, 2005. These two are pretty apart from each other. Very nice, actually. And then we have the Sony Warner VHS of Duke the Great Pie War. Here it is with a sticker label. From the 6th week of 2005. Moving on to the next episode. Minnesota Cucumber Search Sam Saber 2005 Warner TV VHS. Here's the tape. Okay. Put it on May 2005. Put it a week before my mom's birthday that year. And then we got two copies of the American Sony Warner VHS of the Minnesota Cucumber Search Sam Airbrush. Let's start with this copy, which is a piece of level copy. Not showing this pamphlet. Here's the stick label right here. Printed on the 21st week of 2005. And here's the blaster level copy. Printed on September 6th, 2005. And then we have the Canadian Sony Warner VHS, because it has the Sony Warner logo on both spines right here, which I got out from eBay. It's very cool hard to find. Why is it Canadian? Because there's an ink club right here instead of stick label, with no printing on this tape, because most Canadian tapes don't have print dates. The same tape stuff as the American printing. Moving on to Lord of the Beans, 2005 Warrior Team VHS. I got a factory seal as well. Not showing the promo stuff. You're safe with an ink level. Printed on September 14, 2005. Okay then. We have the second one of VHS of Lord of the Beans. Here's tape. Printed on September 23rd, 2005. Moving on, which is the very last VeggieTales episode ever released on VHS, which is 2006 VHS of Sherlock Holmes in the Golden Room from Warner Entertainment. I wish Labor in the Bad Apple will be the last VeggieTales episode released on VHS from Warner Entertainment from Sony Wonder. It's very cool actually in 2006, but this is the last episode on VHS for Sherlock Holmes the Golden Ruler, that is. Printed on June 27, 2006. And then we have the second one of VHS of Sherlock Holmes and the Golden Ruler. Here is tape. Put on June 31st, 2006. This tape is printed 4 days apart. Move on to 3-2 Penguins, starting with Trouble Playing Way Turn 2000 VHS. I need to have the 2002 Warhol video VHS of this episode, along with the next one, which is the Cheese Skills of Bolomenko, which I'm going to show that next after I show the tape. Okay. Printed on October 23rd, 2000. Now we have the Cheese Skills of Bolomenko 2001 Warner Team VHS. This is the first 3-2 Penguins VHS tape to be in a green tape, while Trump on the way turn is the only one to be in a black tape. Okay. Put on June 22nd, 2001. And then we have the 2001 corner VHS of The Amazing Carnival Queen. I replaced the VHS tape lid because it was broken. Because it was coming off very badly. Okay. Put on October 19, 2001. I need to go look for the Warhol VHS copy of this one, the Amazing Complaint, along with Brown Boys to Kill on VHS. Right now, I have the 2002 corner VHS. Here it is. Okay. Printed on. It's hard to see printed invisible ink. Hard to see. It's faded. That's the way it came, factory sealed, which I got it years ago. I mean, not years ago, a couple years ago, actually, I should say. Now we move on to the Doom Final Rescue 2002 VHS. Here it is. November 25th, 2000, printed a month before Christmas that year. I'm too bad I'm never going to find the 2003 release of the Doom Final Rescue and Movement as a Plan Tell a Lie. Right now I have the 2003 corner VHS. Both these episodes are extremely rare to find thrift stores, which I'm not going to find those at all. Okay. Printed on May 29, 2003. And surprisingly, the last 3-2 Penguins VHS tape ever released, by the way. Now we move on to Layer of the Cartoon Adventure, starting with the 2002 corner VHS of The Angry Eyebrows. Here it is. Okay. From February 19, 2002. It needs to be rewinded, this tape. I need a chance to rewind this tape sometime this week. Now we have the WA VHS. Which is in the mass market. From February 26, 2002. Now we have 2002 VHS of Lego My Eagle from Corinth, which needs to get the Warhol VHS copy along with the next one, Theo Napper. came with bonus stuff, which I'm not going to show these ones. Here it is. Alright. Printed on July 29, 2002, Invisible Ink. Hang on a second here. Got it. Now, moving on. We have 2002 corner VHS of the Yodel Napper. Here it is. Printed on October 27, 2002, Invisible Ink. This is printed 4 days before Halloween of that year. Now on to the last one ever released, which is The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, starting with 2003 corner VHS. Here it is. Alright. Let's start to see printed Invisible Ink. But we have the last one, we have the grand finale. Once and for all. The one home VeggieTales release of this one. What you got from Goodwill, from the same in which it shut down permanently. It's kind of a shame, actually. Printed on May 1st, 2003. Printed 24 days for my mom's birthday that year. Well, I hope you like this VHS collection. So rate, comment, subscribe, and see you tomorrow reviews. And peace out. Good night.